everyone. I hope everyone's doing well today. I'm doing okay. Had a little bit of a setback again. It's been about 6 months. I thought I was in remission and I was doing really well. I started walking and yeah, but that's the story of my life. When you have an inflammatory autoimmune disease, you just gotta stay on top of your game, and that means what kind of foods you eat, what kind of supplements, which I take a lot. You've seen my other videos on supplements, but anyways, I'm not here to talk about my psoriatic arthritis episode, which I will tell you this much. I did take a shot of Embryo this morning. It came down to the point after 4 days of excruciating pain, especially at night. I just had to get my stash out. And the good thing about that is that I prepared my body with the coconut oil. Is the reason why I consume this religiously, because it does protect my immune system on top of everything else that I talk about. With the hair, my hair's growing like really good. It's getting longer. You know, I cut it off, get some new regrowth, you know, healthy hair, and then I start with my coconut oil treatment. But today I'm here to talk about another product that I've been waiting to purchase for the longest time, and I'm excited to share my review with you. And this is my review on coconut flour. So I've been wanting to purchase coconut flour. I wanted to purchase the nut flour, and I couldn't decide between the coconut flour or the almond flour. I'm on a budget, so finally I broke down and I bought the coconut flour. And you can see I have it in a plastic bag. I keep it in my refrigerator. This is, let me put my glasses on. This is Bob's Red Mill Organic High Fiber Coconut Flour, and it says it's a good source of protein. So let me just go over a few of the notes that I've written down, and you can read for yourself online. I'll leave a link below to some of the information that I found very interesting that might be interesting for you to try coconut flour. Now, I did mention I have severe arthritis flare-ups every now and then. With my autoimmune disease, it's not just like your old lady, old age type arthritis. It's a autoimmune disease that I have been suffering from since late 2008. I will go into my story another time on how I feel that I came down with this autoimmune disease, but I'm living with it, and I'm learning from it. And this is, in me, it's a good thing that I came down with this at a time when I was like really wanting to learn more about my body and why and what and how come, why me, you know. I gained all this weight, I have all these issues with my food. I finally found that a low carb, higher fat diet is what's working for me, and as long as I stick to it, I'm gonna be fine. So let me get to the coconut oil. Today is not about coconut oil, it's about coconut flour. And remember, this is organic flour, and it is flour. I'm replacing wheat. Wheat is not my friend. Wheat will never be my friend. Gluten is not my friend. I'm learning more and more about gluten. So the coconut flour, I'm going to read my notes, and I'm going to try to get through this very quickly for you. Coconut flour is gluten-free, okay? That is one of the most fantastic things about nut flours. It's gluten-free. Coconut flour is dried, and it's defatted, finely ground into a powder similar to the, I call it the wheat belly flour. Okay, wheat belly, thank you for, you know who you are, for mentioning the book Wheat Belly, and I really appreciate that. And you are so right about the wheat. And I'm going to go into another product that I've been promoting off and on, and yeah, it's wheat and it's gluten, and I know better. So let me get one other thing out of the way. Is next to coconut flour, my next purchase will be almond flour, another nut flour. whether you're a low carber, whether you're gluten intolerant, whether you're just needing to eat a lot more fiber in your diet, this is the flour you want to look into and purchase. It's not that expensive because it's well worth your money. It's high in fiber. It's low in digestible carbohydrates, okay? It's a good source of protein, okay? And of course, it's gluten-free. Now, when I talk about coconut flour, we're talking about also coconut itself. The coconut oil is rich in lauric acid. Coconut oil contains no trans fats. It strengthens your immune system, which I'm going to even live show you. I'm going to take my tablespoon on camera, and it also boosts your metabolism. Like I said, I just took an injection of Enbrel. Now I am on board, totally on board, up in my coconut oil. Not only in my coffee, not only in my cooking, I'm going to start spooning it. I was doing that in the very beginning, and it was easy. I melted. It's so much easier. You put it in your chocolate. I have recipes, Thousand Island dressings, and just cooking with it. It's a wonderful, wonderful oil. It's one of the best oils you can consume that is 100% organic and is unrefined. So if you have allergies to gluten, or if you have a wheat sensitivity, now a lot of people don't even know they might have a sensitivity to gluten or wheat. Definitely look into it. If you are an arthritis sufferer, if you have problems, look into what you're eating that contains gluten. Wheat, to me, is not the kind of wheat that was back in the Bible days. If you read about the wheat, how it's processed wheat, the breads, it's just no grains, no wheat for me. Coconut flour is 58% dietary fiber. Wheat only has 27% fiber. Coconut flour also promotes the full feeling. Of course, that's the whole idea. Now, I miss my gravies. Sometimes I miss my one of my favorite white sauces is a spinach. I take butter, I saute onions, and then I thicken it back in the day with flour, but now I thicken it with coconut flour. I add my spinach and I make a cream sauce. I add cream to it, and I'm telling you, that is the easiest way for me to eat spinach other than raw. I love fresh spinach sauteed in a pan with a white cream sauce, and the thickening agent is the coconut flour. So I'm excited to get back to having my chicken with my cream spinach. I love it. And I also use the coconut flour on my chicken. I kept the skin on the chicken, and remember back in the days when shake and bake was the thing to do, a quick and easy way to make a meal for your family. Well, you put coconut flour in one of your bags, throw in your seasonings, and coat your chicken. Or if you want to do a double dip with egg, which I don't do, I just coat it with the coconut flour. The coconut flour to me has a very sweet smell to it. It reminds me of cookies. And I'm sure you look online, you can find recipes for cookies. Oh, you add an egg to this coconut flour, that's what your gluten would have been. It glues the product together. And definitely look into making cookies and pancakes and anything that you've missed that you really enjoyed that was the traditional white or wheat flour. Now I'll get into another thing also. A large part of gluten-free products are using soy flour. So if you go into your grocery store and you're just specifically looking for a gluten-free bread, turn it over, and if it says soy flour, be careful. Soy is, according to what I've read and I've researched, and I agree, soy is not a health food that you think it is. There are studies about breast cancer in women, thyroid if you have thyroid issues, and also if you have an immune system autoimmune problem. Get off soy. So soy, and another flour that you probably seen back maybe in some of the markets that you go to. There's potato flour, there's garbanzo flour, and there's rice flour. They're not like your nut flours. They're not as fibrous. They're just not the health flours that you would get from a nut flour. Dietary fiber slows down the release of glucose, and there's it requires less insulin to utilize the glucose and transport it into the cells where it is converted to energy. So remember, the fiber slows down the release of glucose. Sugar. Okay. Let's see. So it's high in fiber, it's low in digestible carbohydrates, it's a good source of protein, and it's gluten-free. This particular brand, there are other brands out there. I was just at my local farmer's market, and the smell is just like awesome. So this one here, I'm going to put this closer and see if you can read. It has 8 carbs, 5 dietary fibers, 2 grams of protein, 1 sugar, and 2 saturated fats. So, and this one comes with recipes on the back. I don't know if you can read that. So anyways, this is the Bob's Red Mill. You can see I didn't use very much of it yet. I coated chicken the other night with it. It gave it a wonderful flavor. I thickened this to make my cream spinach, and I'm not that against trying a cookie recipe with it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to enjoy that with coconut oil and stevia and all the other good healthy stuff. So now I'm going to get a spoon, and I'm going to get my coconut oil in for the afternoon. Excuse me a moment. Okay, I have my tablespoon, and here's my coconut oil. This is the brand that I prefer, but like I said, go out there and find your coconut oil, unrefined, 100% virgin. Now it's warm here in California. I live in the Los Angeles area, so this is not a lot to take in for me. I need 3 of these a day. It melts really good. And that's it, you guys. Thank you for watching. Give me some ideas if you've been using the coconut flour. If you have any good healthy low carb recipes, post them below or give me a link where to go. And I thank you again for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you again very soon. Thank you. Bye.